Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about repeated subtraction. So, without further ado, today we're looking at repeated subtraction. Repeated subtraction is subtracting a number again and again until you get to 0. So down here I have multiplication. Down here I have a division situation, and I have some people drawn out. So I'm going to read my division situation and I'm going to explain how to repeated subtract. Let's look over here. Miss Roberts will give out 12 lollipops to her 4 best students. If they share equally, how many lollipops will each student get? So we have 4 students. We have 12 lollipops. My kids are already down here. They represent my equal groups. I know that I have 12 lollipops, so I can give 1 to each kid until I get to however many under each kid tells me how many lollipops each child's going to get. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Each child gets 3 lollipops. That means they each get an equal share of the total of 12. So now how do we do it with repeated subtraction? Well, let's do it with repeated subtraction now. I start off with 12 and I subtract my number of groups. How many groups do I have? 4. Again, my number of groups are my students. So I subtract 4. And that gives me 8. So now I bring my 8 over to the next line and I subtract 4 again. This time I end up with 4. Now I subtract 4 again. Again, you're trying to get to 0. 4 minus 4 is 0. I subtracted a total of 1, 2, 3 times. Therefore, each child, I showed you in the picture how I can get my 3, and I showed you using. So I know that there was 12 lollipops divided by 4 gives me the answer 3. Let's go to the desk to practice some
Jacob has 8 pins. He shares them equally with 4 people. So our problem starts off with 8 being divided by 4 groups. We talked about this problem earlier. Now we're going to do it with repeated subtraction, physically moving the pins. So I know, so to do repeated subtraction, I start off with 8 and I subtract 4 from 8 until I get to 0. So I start off with 8, I take away 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm left with 4. But am I left with 0 yet? No. So in order for me to get to 0, I must subtract another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm at 0. How many times did I subtract 4? Well, I did 8 minus 4. That left me with the 4 pins on this side. Then I took that same 4 and I subtracted another 4, and that gave me 0. So I had subtracted once, twice. So my answer, there are 20 counters. If the counters need to be distributed evenly among 4 cups, how many counters will be in each cup? So I start off with 20 divided by 4. So that means I'm going to start off with 20, subtract 4, and keep subtracting 4 until I get to 0. So let's try it. And don't forget, whatever number comes here gets put on this side, number gets here, put on this side, and it just repeats. So 20 minus 4 gives me 16. 16 minus 4 gives me 12. 12 minus 4 gives me 8. 8 minus 4 gives me 4. 4 minus 4 gives me 0. I've reached 0. I go through and I count how many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, my answer is 5. Let's try another. Pause and practice. Check back in and see if you got the right answer. We know that there's 45 counters being distributed evenly among 9 cups. So I start off with 45 divided by 9. That gives me my question mark. In order to find out what my question mark is, I need to do 45 minus 9 until I get to 0. 45 minus 9 gives me 36. 36 minus 9 gives me 27. 27 minus 9 gives me 18. 18 minus 9 gives me 9. And my final one, 9 minus 9 equals 0. I count how many times I subtracted by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My answer is 5. Alright guys, that's the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below if these videos are helping you become the best mathematician out there. Alright guys, see you guys later.